What's good, my cozy gang? It's your boy, Cozy Boy Will. In today's video, I'll be discussing J.Cole's World. The real is back, the real is back, but that is it, build is back. J.Cole's upcoming album titled The Fall Off. And before we get into this video, subscribe to the Coziest channel on YouTube.
This is cozy.
I'm extra cozy.
Too cozy.
You want to be cozy? Man, so all you got to do is subscribe to the channel and you'll be part of the cozy gang, alright? Alright, enough talking, let's get into this video. You're done, no eh? So you all know that J. Cole came out of his hidden cave in the middle of Bermuda Triangle and dropped KOD on our ass, boy. Like an RKO out of nowhere. KOD dropped a little over a year after his previous album, For Your Eyes Only, which is a quick turnaround in my opinion, as great artists of that caliber such as your Kendricks, your Kanye's, and your Cole's don't drop as frequently as these others motherfuckers do. Bitch. Cole's KOD album had much to do with the concept of addiction, whether it be something as simple as social media or exploring the trendy pills these SoundCloud motherfuckers be popping. Cole dives into this perspective of the abuser and how these substances become their vice to escape their reality. As amazing as the concept is, the visuals, the rollout in which he released the album, he had low-key listening parties without the use of phones and cameras. We all know that when we heard 1985, the Fall Off intro, that was some other shit, man. That was boy, man, it had us all shook. And what confused us all the more was that it was titled The Intro to The Fall Off. So what is The Fall Off? The Fall Off will be J. Cole's upcoming album, which is expected to drop within a year's time, according to the GOAT himself.
The album that I was talking about, you talking about The Fall Off?
Yes.
That's that probably won't come for another year.
Okay.
I've been working on it though for like a year and a half. The False Prophets was supposed to be on The Fall Off. Everybody Dies in False Prophets that I put out before For Your Eyes Only were songs from The Fall Off.
He confirmed both tracks, False Prophets and Everybody Dies, were meant to be featured on his upcoming album, The Fall Off. To be honest, those two tracks are some of my favorite from Cole's recent work. And just think for a second, if Everybody Dies was fire, False Prophets, fire, and then 1985 was a fucking nuclear bomb, then this album finna be fucking World War III when this bitch drops. Man, I don't know if you're ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready. Anyways, there were common themes I found between the three tracks, which I'd like to share with you guys. First being that I believe The Fall Off will continue from Cole's original albums. What do I mean by that? Well, I think Cole took a detour with his two previous albums, being For Your Eyes Only and KOD. Cole wrote stories from another perspective, whether it be his alter ego, Kill Edward, or his dead homie passing on his story to his daughter.
I don't want to talk about myself no more. You know what I mean? And like, which eventually would birth For Your Eyes Only. I didn't know, it wasn't like I was aware. Like, I don't want to talk about myself no more, I'll do For You. All of this was like subconscious.
Nonetheless, I still think both albums were fire. Fuck what anybody say. And if anyone talking shit, bro, just say that man went fucking platinum with no features, bitch. On the other hand, Cole's original albums such as The Come Up, The Warm Up, Cold World, 2014, Forest Hills Drive were completely from his perspective.
Like, I had told so much of my story from The Come Up, The Warm Up, Friday Night Lights, first album, Born Center, Forest Hills Drive. It was always about me, my aspirations, my goals, my dreams, my pains. It was a box.
Yeah.
Like, I started feeling limited. I had been telling my story for so many projects, so many songs.
And isn't it a little bit sus with the names The Come Up, The Warm Up, where Cole was coming up in the game, just signed a record deal, hungry, ambitious, wants to be heard. Finally, he drops his debut album, Cold World. Then proceeds with Born Sinner, Forest Hills Drive, 2014, where he's an established artist in the game and has gone through the ups and downs of the music industry. And now Cole, currently 30 years old, he's heading towards the final leg of his career. Yeah, I know, man, it's sad, but man, we just gotta live with it, alright? Look at Jay-Z, Nas. They ain't putting out music like they used to. Let's just face it, alright? His album titled The Fall Off reflects the point in time of his career where he's no longer in his prime. I don't know, this is a little theory of mine, but I don't know, I might be reaching, but hey, it's worth a shot, yeah? The second theme I found evident throughout all three tracks was Cole's aggression. Cole approaches each track on a more offensive stance, shooting shots left, right and center like he's Steph Curry at the 3-point line, bitch. The last time I had heard Cole from an aggressive standpoint was on Forest Hills Drive, Fire Squad. The last similarity I found from all three tracks was the obvious no features. We all know Cole loves two things and two things only. The first being folding clothes and the second, no features. Because
niggas ain't worthy to be on my shit.
Oh yeah, and he loves almond milk. So you can definitely expect the Fall Off to have no features. Now there's one thing that kinda confuses me when it comes to the Fall Off's release date. Cole mentioned that the Fall Off would be dropping about a year away, which would be 2019. But as we all know, Cole just released a freestyle on Worldstar titled Album of the Year Freestyle. And if you take a look in the description, it says, the off-season coming soon, all roads lead to the Fall Off. That means the off-season would be dropping before the Fall Off, which would make the release date sometime this year, which is the same year as his latest album, and if he does, then that would take shine away from his album and tour. But the Fall Off is supposedly meant to drop next year, so then it would be taking shine away from his album, therefore makes me believe the mixtape, the off-season, will be dropping next year, further delaying the Fall Off into sometime in 2020. Or maybe this is all irrelevant and the album will drop next year like Cole said. But then again, I'm still waiting for shit to get scary this February. 3 years going on. Come on, stop playing with us, J. Cole and Kendrick. Drop that shit already, fuck off.
When you and Kate, that shit drop. Bitch, never. They can't handle two black niggas this clever. But this February, bet shit gets scary when I fuck around and drop.